Well, good morning. It's about 4:15, June 1st, 2024. Saturday morning. Uh, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Got stressed out. Williams, Philippines. And I hope y'all are having a good day. I actually had to deal with somebody out in the parking lot. A truck driver came in and decided to park all weird. Get on his phone and sit out in the parking lot for 30 minutes before I even went out and said hey. And then he cusses at me. I'm not going to sit there and argue with somebody being pissed off. I just dialed the tow truck company, hit the send button, and held it up there for him to see. Ricky's towing. Yeah. I came back in and sat down. Ain't going to worry about it, but, have to because that's part of my job, having to deal with what's in the parking lot on occasion. And, well, I wasn't going to let it get too much stress on it, but a little bit. I don't like getting cussed at, especially by somebody who isn't a guest and acting and being just plain rude. Sometimes it just happens. Don't get me wrong. I try to be right with people, but I can tell you, I'm not an a-hole. I'm a whole A. I give a-holes lessons. And part of me really did want to take and let that guy, have to deal with the tow truck company. And I did call them. And they said that they would be able to get over here probably in about 2 hours, maybe 3. I didn't tell the guy that, but I just told him go ahead and not bother. At that point, he either chooses to take and get out of here all on his own, and he did. Not 10 minutes later, he was gone, probably 6, 7. So, it is what it is. And, it's like, I say things, that irritate some people. I don't know. Does that show up? Nope, it's backwards. How do I swap that? There's got to be a setting in here somewhere. I don't know. Settings. I'm in the middle of this and it doesn't have any settings apparently. Well. Anyway, there should be some settings in here somewhere. But anyway, it says, hi, I don't care. Thanks. I bought it for my boss. Because, he gets upset with me when I say I don't care. Because it's not my problem. Not my worry, not my concern. It's not, okay. I deal with what's between here and here, here and there. If it isn't one of those dealing with that, pretty much don't worry about it. I don't care because that's your problem. Don't get me wrong. I feel for people, especially ones that had real problems that came up that they had nothing to do with. But even then, I have to look at, what can I do for them? It's not really my job, and trying to fix somebody else is just not my department. Basically with this guy, he's cussing at me, he got me irritated and, stressed me a little bit. But then I realized, hey, here's what I can do. I got it done. He's gone. I'm back to being peaceful. And the only reason I'm even saying anything about it is because, I know to take and let go of things. This doesn't do me any good to sit here stressing over it. So, it's over. I don't care. He's gone. And yeah, if he'd have been there another hour, I probably would have called, to take and tell the tow truck company, okay, yeah, go ahead and come on when you do get here. But like I say, he caught the message and decided to leave. Apparently, he didn't want to get his truck towed. I don't try to mess with truckers too much because we have a big lot out there, and it's big lot. When people call up and ask if you have truck parking, my response to them is, yeah, and if you can't park in this parking lot, you don't need to be driving. Because literally, if you can't park in my parking lot, yeah, you shouldn't be behind the wheel. That parking lot's big enough. I've seen a windmill turbine blade in that parking lot behind me. Yeah, that's talent, getting it in and getting it out. But I came here one night and the guy was parked out there, and I'm like, how in the did he get that in here? Yeah, talented. There's some drivers out there that earn their paycheck. And that one definitely earns his because he knows how to do it. But yeah, it's sometimes I run across some of them that are just ain't right. I think they need to take and socialize more. That's part of the reason I try to socialize more. It's part of the reason I do this channel, is trying to be more social. It's quite honestly, I try to isolate too much. That's I have friends. I don't I don't lack for friendship. I'm not lonely, but it's better to be associating with more people than I do. So I'm trying to take and be more sociable. So of course I'm coming to a place that's way sociable. Philippines. So I'm definitely going to be ready to get over there. I was watching some video and the guy was talking about his biggest regret was that he didn't leave earlier to get over there. I can agree with that. I'm ready to go. But I also know I can't shoot myself in the foot. So, yeah. I've got a year. Oh, am I ready to get over there? But yeah, going from a place that, the whole panhandle of the Texas pretty much has about 1 million people in it. And the whole of Texas has about 30 million people. Now that's a lot of space for people. You got to realize, Texas is huge. If you squish all the islands down into one big island, the Philippines would take up somewhere around like 40% of Texas. You spread them out and, taking the territorial water, and you're a little bigger than Texas. Maybe another 25%. So that's pretty good size when you spread it out and let it all be. But we only got 30 million people in Texas, in all that area. And the Philippines, from what I understand, is coming up, getting close to 120 million. So basically 4 times the people are living in roughly 40% of the landmass of Texas. Yeah. There's a bunch of Filipinos in that 40% of Texas. So, and here's the kicker. They only occupy approximately 2,000 islands. There's the bigger ones, but yeah. So that 40% is even really less? Oy. And yeah, it's hard to visualize size. It's like, well, back in, what was it, February, when we had the fires, we had, an area bigger than Bohol go up in smoke. Just burned it up. One fire, over 1 million acres. That's a lot of space. It just went poof. And we had like 5 or 6 fires. Don't get me wrong, a couple of them were pretty small. But yeah, that's space. Like I say, we've got elbow room here. And to go from having so much elbow room, even here in Amarillo. And Amarillo's, pretty good sized town. We're 17 miles across, and then I think 19 miles north to south, something like that. So we got some elbow room, a lot of elbow room. And you get outside of Amarillo, and everything just kind of becomes open space. I can carry you over to a spot about 30 miles to the northwest, Valley de Oro, and I was looking at some land up there, 12 acres for $19,000. I wish I'd had the money for it. Oh, that would have been some real good. But didn't have the money at the time. But that's okay. But that spot, the nearest building that was occupied and being used was about a half mile. So yeah, the nearest occupied was a bit over a mile. That actual people lived in. The other one was a barn that they used. And literally, little goat trail roads out there. Yeah, we have a lot of space, open space here in Texas. And this is one of the reasons I, like it here, is all the elbow room. But I also understand that I need to be more socializing. Not much on the idea of social media, but here I am. It's kind of like with Facebook. I gave up Facebook like 10 years ago and could care less about it. I really don't like Facebook. I don't like Zuck. Yeah, it is what it is. But apparently I'm going to have to take and do something about that, because apparently everybody in the Philippines is, all the businesses, everything's on Facebook, one way or another. And I'm like, please stab me. Put me out of my misery. Shoot, please. Yeah. I gotta, yeah. And I've had people telling me, I need to get on Facebook Marketplace so I can get rid of my stuff here. And I'm like, oh, well, no. I'm going to try to take and put some things on. Well, I'm going to send some pictures to my niece. She's all up on Facebook. And I'm going to have her take and put that up on Facebook Marketplace here in Amarillo the next time she comes through. And see if she can take and do that and put it down for me. Some golf clubs. That, or I don't know. I may just do it on eBay. I've never sold anything on eBay. bought a lot of stuff on eBay, but never sold anything on eBay. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I did manage to get a few things done, and I got a little bit more room because I got rid of a bunch of stuff, and I've got room in the garage to put some things now because there's a bunch of stuff out of the garage, and this will give me a place to put stuff from inside the house so I can, yay, I'm actually going to be able to start moving things into the garage. And I even got the walkway cleaned up so I can actually put it on the dolly and roll it over there. Yeah, that way I don't have to actually pick it all up and carry it. So let me tell you, there's some heavy stuff in there. But anyway, yeah. And I got some more stuff needs to go out there. Like I said, I'm going to be having the guy come back out from the city to probably in 2 to 3 weeks to do the tote off the brush pile, wood pile, scrap pile, the sink the countertop and sink that I had, yeah, that thing's gone. It got out the door too. A lot of good things went out the door that could have been done something with, but I hadn't got around to it, and I ain't going to get around to it, so it just went out the door. Felt kind of bad. I threw a couple of TVs out, old tube type TVs. Set them out there and set them to the side, and, well, I was thinking, let somebody come over there and get them. But apparently the guy showed up to do the brush pile, took them right along with it in a heartbeat, didn't he? And he got them. He got them without busting them. I don't know how the hell. The guy that was running that loader was talented, real good guy on that. I don't know what his name was. He was just. I gave him a thumbs up on that one. He did a good job. Hey, but yeah, got to get rid of a lot of stuff, and well, I probably could have made something at the garage sale, but hey, I put it out there on the last time I had a garage sale, about 10 years ago, and it didn't sell then, so I wasn't going to worry about it. I even put the remotes on top of it, hoping that somebody'd come by, but this guy showed up, got it first, so it is what it is. Oh well. Just get rid of it. And what's worse is I got computer monitors. I've got desktop computers. I probably got another 10 desktop computers that need to go out the door. And I'm thinking I'm going to try to carry those over to the scrap yard because I can actually get enough of those in there that, yeah, even if it is just the cheapest scrap rate, they can take and get something out of it. I'll get a little something, they'll get more. That's okay. But yeah, like I say, I got rid of the air conditioners and I wasn't worried about it. I know this guy's going to scrap them out if he can't get them to work. So one way or another, they'll get taken care of and either fixed or, excuse me, hiccup. Fixed or scrapped. And I don't mind he makes some money on it. Like I say, last time I gave him a bunch of lawnmowers, he fixed the one and brought it back to me. I didn't get charged for that. He got to take and use all those parts to take and do other things. So yeah, he made money because I didn't care about him making money. I just wanted my lawnmower fixed. And I had one of those that I could have, but I just decided, you know what? Merry Christmas. Go make some dollars. He's a businessman trying to keep his three-ring circus going, and he's actually doing real good with it. and he recycles and repairs things, and there's not enough of those around anymore. It's getting hard to get anybody that will even try to work on a little window unit air conditioner. And it's they looked at me, the guy that came by and gave me a price on my house. He looked at me and says, "Yeah, you're running window units. You need to upgrade." Central. Well, no. The most I would do would be those split units. Put one of those there. I don't know. Part of me really wants to take and do that split unit and put it in. But, how much do I want to put into this place to make enough to, where it's going to be worth doing? And I'll make extra money. I don't know. It's one of the things I need to do is go by and talk to my bank and see what they would let me get away with at this point. But, I don't know. And what in the way of loan could I get for equity out? I need to find out, and how much of that do I put in, and I don't know. It's been a long time since I had to mess with these kind of numbers on things. Don't get me wrong, I got to get my budget back under control. This last 4 months have been really a nightmare. Got real bent out. Well, actually, this whole first 5 months been a nightmare. Between going to Austin and Abilene and Austin and getting stuff there took care of, and all these other things to get papers and apostolized and this, that, and the other, and then a passport. I went ahead and just went and got that already. I could have waited, but I wanted to get it. Quite honestly, I'm half tempted to go and use it. But I want to try to, get things took care of. And anyway, I'm rambling. And I need to get this thing started so I can get it posted up on to YouTube. And, well, I got about another 20 minutes before breakfast got to get started. Chief cook, bottle washer, checker, inner, outer auditor, and sometimes security and maintenance. Yay, I love hats. Anyway, I'm William from Williams, Philippines. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day, and I can't wait to get to the Philippines. Anyway, I'm fishing. Hey, fish is out.